Hello, in this video we're going to look at TryParse and how it is different from try-catch-block. To demonstrate how it works, I create a simple application, and this application calculates the area of a circle. And if I type, let's say, letters and try to calculate it, I'm going to get this error message. So if I type the number, it's going to calculate and place in this text box. Now just to make sure it works with the decimal, it does. Alright, let's really quick look at the design if you want to create the same application and follow along. So I just have 3 labels here and 2 text boxes and 1 button calculate. This text box, I disable it. So right here you can see where it says read only. So I have to click on it and then read only, and if I double click it goes from false to true, so I'll leave it as true. Now let's look at the code behind. So I'll click on my calculate button, and first of all, when the form starts, I have a load event, and it just places the cursor inside the radius text box. Then when I place something inside the radius and click calculate, this try-catch block is being executed. So in the beginning, I declare 2 variables, both decimals, area and radius, and we're going to be using it in this code, in our try-catch block. So in this line, in line 29, we are grabbing whatever we typed in a text box, in a radius text box, and try to convert it into a decimal. So if it's successful, we will continue with our code, and then in this line we're going to calculate our area, and next line we'll place the number into our area text box. So here I have to convert pi into a decimal because in the math library it's being stored as a double. So now if our line 29 fails, it goes to a catch block, and here first of all we clear the area. If we calculate something before, we just clear that number. Next we're gonna display our message, our error message in the message box. After we click OK, we're gonna click our radius. So if something is wrong there, we're just gonna remove it, and we're gonna place the cursor. We're gonna focus back on our text box, radius text box. All right, one more time, let's run it really quick to make sure it all works. All right, so if we type a letter, we try to calculate, we get our error message. Now if we type a number, calculate, we got the result. All right. By the way, this exception part, it's actually optional. So here, if I remove that part, I need to remove this part too. So, and I need quotation mark. So if I run, it's gonna work the same way. It just won't give us the full error message. So it's just gonna say enter valid number, and that's it. All right, let's close it. Now I'm gonna comment it out, this part, and I'm gonna uncomment our TryParse method. All right, let's run it to make sure it works. Okay, I try to put something not valid, enter valid number, and if I put a valid number, it calculates it. All right, let's look how it works. So again, when I click our calculate button, it goes right to line 50, and what happens here, we are trying to convert the text we place in our radius text box into a decimal. So TryParse method, the result of it is a boolean. So if it's successful, the result of this line will be true. And if it's true, the code inside the if statement will be executed. If it fails, the result will be false, and then the code inside the else statement will be executed. So now this part, out decimal radius, works like this. So if it's successful, so if we successfully convert this text into a decimal, this radius variable will be given the value of this converted value. So, and as you can see here, we're actually using this radius in our formula. So if it's successful, the code inside the if statement will be executed, and this variable will be used with the value of this text box. So, and like I said, if it's not successful, the whole statement will become false, and this block will be executed. So I won't go into details what it does, because the code is pretty much the same. The difference is just try catch and TryParse. Now, if you have multiple text boxes in your form and you need to convert text into numbers, it's preferred to use the TryParse method, because TryParse method has less overhead than try-catch. In this application, it wouldn't really matter because it's a small application and the difference is not noticeable. But in big applications, when you have actually multiple fields that you're converting, TryParse is a preferred method. I hope this video is helpful. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.